Hi students, welcome to Unit 3. In this unit we use a device known as a triangle. It's just a heuristic device. And what that means is that it's a means whereby we can separate out different ideas and think about them clearly. There's no magical significance to the triangle beyond that. So in particular, we're going to distinguish language from mind and world. When you think about it, when we talk, we are very often using language to refer to certain things that are going through our minds, and sometimes we express them with a very explicit reference to what's going on in our mind. So for example, suppose I say, I believe that San Francisco is north of Los Angeles. Okay, what have I done? I've actually told you something about a cognitive state of mind, in particular, a belief state, which, as we'll learn in the unit, is one variety of intentional state. So I believe that San Francisco is north of Los Angeles. Notice that it's only required that I sincerely believe that San Francisco is north of Los Angeles if what I have said is true. Now, if I drop the I believe and I just say San Francisco is north of Los Angeles, now I'm not reporting to you what the state of my mind is. I'm not talking any longer about my cognitive state, but rather I'm reporting a relationship that I think that holds about something in the world, something external outside of my mind. And in particular, it's that San Francisco is north of Los Angeles. So this takes some practice because we're so used to making reference to our cognitive states. Have you found yourself saying, oh, I strongly believe this, or I know that blah, 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 or I believe strongly that da, 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 or I wish so much that da, 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 right? And so part of the point of this unit is to enable us to drop the reference to our mental states and just to be able to focus upon the world. What this does in a practical sense, as we'll see in units especially 4 through 6, is it enables us to feel more sharply the need to give reasons for our beliefs, the things that we regard as true, the things that we think are knowledge, right? So if I say San Francisco is north of Los Angeles, you're much more likely to say to me, if for some reason you didn't know that that was actually true, why do you believe that? Or how do you know that? Or something along those lines, right? And that's the position as careful thinkers that we always want to place ourselves in. We inherit or we take on voluntarily that responsibility. So if I say, if I make a claim, a statement about the world, then I should be able to say why I think that it's true. And so again, as we progress, I would encourage you, even at this early juncture, to try to eliminate self-reference and just talk about whatever you're talking about. So you say, I think taxes are going to go up. Well, just say taxes are going to go up. Here's why. Da 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 da. See that? Okay. All right. As always, have fun with it. There's a lot more in here. We'll talk about action and perception. Man, our visual fields are, are not just our visual fields, but all 5 of our senses are constantly being bombarded with perceptions. Right now, you're probably hearing my voice, or you're reading a text, you're looking at a screen, right? Maybe there's background noise. So we have all of these perceptual elements that enter into our experience. And being able to recognize that there's a tremendous difference between perception and action. Perception is the world coming into my mind, right? Action is my mind settling upon something and then changing the world, right? But much more about this in text. I've gone on a little bit too long as it is. So as I say, as always, have fun with this, and I'll see you down the road.